Anyway, the gentleman, his name is Carpenter, very appropriate. He says, after he proved what he was saying, because historians gotta prove everything. And anyway, Mr. Carpenter said, I have longleaf pine, and I'm gonna harvest the wood and mill it myself, and I'm gonna bring it to you and for you to use. So, all from that. That's why the boards are different thicknesses, different lengths, different widths, because we wanted it to look more authentic. And that's why you see gaps. We didn't do running bond or book it or anything like that. This was what we wanted. We did use an electric air gun. Nailed it. I love that stuff. Anyway, the outside logs are partial logs.
Yeah.
There's a company in Michigan that they only wanted to set up on the wall, and they didn't want the curved part.
Right.
So they gave that to us. And so to get that on the wall, 4 or 5 of us held up the log while somebody on the inside was doing these foot-long screws
For this project.
so that you don't see the screws on the outside of the logs.
Now, is this your first government?
Sir?
This is Duval, the first
Duval was a territorial
government.
governor. Yeah, he wasn't,
This is
state.
So we got
Well, that's what, we think he was born in
panels here
Virginia.
on the upgrading history of Tallahassee, kind of Native American up to about the frontier period. And then this is about the 1924 centennial.
Yeah,
And
he
then
was,
and bringing it home to the
Prince,
2024 bicentennial.
Napoleon's-
So somebody from the Department of State fabricated this miniature all by hand and everything, all these figurines he made, all, in fact, he was just here a moment ago. Conrad made all that.
Local people.
Yeah, yeah.
And they owned their
He made everything you see there. And then we have all these are, copies that people want to look at, all old, like this is an old map somebody drew in the 1840s of Tallahassee. He sent it to his sister, and they had these records. In fact, he even wrote here about the house where their brother died and stuff, So yeah, it's really powerful. So this would be the Capitol today, and the City Hall would be here today. So this is Monroe going north, and this courthouse would be here today. So City Hall, courthouse, and Capitol. Back then, Tallahassee didn't really, because the hills are so steep, especially on the south. Tallahassee just started to kind of grow north along Adams and Monroe because it's not that, it's kind of more level in that area. This is from the the newspaper from 1824 talking about the legislature meeting here in Tallahassee and stuff. Yeah.
There is some discussion and.
Secola.
You're a local here in Tallahassee, or okay? All right.
They used to volunteer. Well, they pay me a little.
Tomorrow?
More like volunteer.
Is
That's the old
Oh,
Capitol.
cool. Okay, yeah.
So that's when I got my
All activities happen.
Okay.
Tallahassee and
Right.
Florida.
Yeah. This is such a magical year, being the bicentennial year. In fact, they just had a program yesterday at the old Capitol that we all went to and everything. Yeah. It was just about the first legislature in Tallahassee, legislature meeting in Tallahassee. John Phelps, the clerk in the House, who was then the head of the museum there, he just did a lunch and learn.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, one gentleman from Dayton.
A lot of them were built or were made for,
It was 1824.
about the centennial celebration. They had a music competition and people wrote the
You're
music.
saying this was the first legislative?
Yeah, so right here they started reporting on it here, talking about starting on November the 8th. It adjourned, organized on November the 8th. So, And then this is the article, or the reporting on the governor's speech. So all this is about the first couple of days, and then the governor's. And the governor didn't come to do his quote state of the state. He sent it in writing, and it was read. He was in St. Mark's at the time, and just sent his speech, and they read it here in the legislature.
And who was the governor?
Governor Duval, yeah. And there were supposed to be 13 legislators, but only 12 of them showed up. They were all in a small cabin, probably around this size, probably not bigger than this. They don't.
The Capitol, the original Capitol?
Yeah. They don't know exactly. It probably wasn't this far down. It was probably near the Capitol, Pleasantville, probably. Just a kind of when they were trying to figure out where we would build this, we already knew there was medicine build this by on the Capitol grounds and stuff. So it was just spot, and then it was a really good spot by Myers Park. This is definitely
So this building is staying.
it's here, I don't know right now. I mean, it'll be here for the spring, and then we'll see. I think it'll be here for a while. It probably can't be.
It fits, I mean,
Yeah, it really does. Plus, I think for a group that might be doing this performance, that's actually
you're supposed to be.
correct. Well, the concert is going to be in the amphitheater, but I mean, just like when they do Word of Sally Festival, like poetry readings or whatever, any of that stuff, they could be definitely done from here.
I guess this is a celebration.
Yeah, just 3 windows.
This is the
Yeah.
It's just very true.
This one's notched back here, yeah. It's great.
Yeah, I want to go.
Fashion shutter ring, if you will.
One picture of you beside her.
And there's no heater, so it will be cold in here in a few weeks probably, but it's okay. Handle it. Tomorrow is a festival, the bicentennial, so there's going to be some historical reenactments, performances. There's going to be a dedication ceremony for the building. There'll be food trucks, living history, different eras and stuff. No, I know it's a little bit confusing. Today, the county did events inside in Cascades, but down there. Tomorrow is all outdoors. Yeah. Well, that's tomorrow night. Tomorrow during the day, all this area out here is going to be our Lord Festival. We're marking those little spots for the vendors already. Those little flags are all for that. We're here. And the concert is separate, that's starting after. Yeah, we're having some vendors, and like I said, different, there's going to be a stage, they're going to have some performances and things like that, and then there's going to be the dedication ceremony. We're also getting a historical sign, like you see those, signs around town. We're doing one for the establishment of Tallahassee, and then the dedication for this building. And the mayors of Pensacola and St. Augustine are also coming, so that's kind of how so yeah, so we're really lucky with that. Definitely, and then let me know if y'all are going to be doing any Christmas shopping, we have merchandise available, more stuff than that too. So.
In 1824, I was 23 actually, I was one of the 2 commissioners appointed by Governor William Pope Duval to find a compromise location between St. Augustine and Pensacola.
He's on the way, he's walking down.
Okay, I'll be right there. So, William Simmons from St. Augustine and John Williams from Pensacola were designated by William Pope Duval to travel towards each other, towards the middle. And Governor Duvall ordered that a new place to meet, a new meeting place, would be established somewhere between the Ochlockonee River and the Swanee River. Me, Simmons, wanted it closer to the Swanee River, but the Pensacola delegation objected to that. So when they met at St. Augustine, they headed north and found that hill, which was the first hill that they came upon, which had potential to be a place to build a capitol. There are 7 hills in Tallahassee. That's only the 4th highest hill, actually. They thought that it was probably the highest hill, but it wasn't. It's 200 feet above sea level, and there are 4 other hills in Tallahassee, in the city of Tallahassee, that are even higher. One is on Goodwood Plantation. One is the old fort in Myers Park. Mission San Luis is higher. And so that hill is the 4th tallest hill. The hill, by the way, on FAMU's campus is the smallest of the 7. It's only 172 feet high. And the hill on which Westcott sits, the administration for Florida State, is actually 192 feet and represents the 6th tallest hill. But anyway, in 1824, when we met at St. Mark's and we marched north, we stood on that spot where the Capitol stands now, and we agreed that we would report to Governor Duvall that this was our recommendation. And so Simmons said to Williams, "We will send a message to the governor, and we will tell him, 'Sir, we will settle in the Red Hills of Appalachia. They are high, they are well watered, and they are healthy.'" Well watered, he was referring to the cascade of a small waterfall that came down through here and headed south. And they needed that fresh water, so that made this place very attractive. High being high, easy to find, and well defended, easily defended. And especially that vantage point overlooked the old fields of Appalachia, the old Indian territory 200 years before 1820.